You know it's a good day when you see Coach Kirby Smart tweet out, "Go Dogs." Mm. Welcome back to the DG Podcast special episode. And if you're not familiar, if you haven't heard, Dogs get a commitment in the 2024 class by way of Ellis Robinson IV, five-star cornerback. Uh, Listen, we talked about this just a couple hours ago, Keon. Um, you know, 2023 cycle obviously coming to a close, but that does not mean anything for the 2024 cycle. As you can see, huge news there. First off, let's start with this. If you are listening live, make sure to hit that thumbs up. Drop a "Go Dogs" in the chat, by the way. It's a good day to be a Georgia Bulldog. Um, but let's get into it, right? Ellis Robinson IV, IMG Academy, another Florida kid, right? Um, what are your overall thoughts on this commitment here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Thanks for
What are
having
your
me
thoughts
back.
on that? Absolutely.
I love the command. I think he's quick when it comes to tracking down the ball. I think this is going to be a real dog for us. Really excited about the pickup. How do you?
I'll tell you right now. I think that's a staple on the defense in this cycle. To me, it's interesting, right? I mean, you look at him; he's 6 foot, right around there, 180, I think, like 175, 180, and what he brings to the table. The kid's a dog. Like, all you got to do is just turn on his highlights, and you'll see exactly why he fits in to what Georgia is doing in the 24 cycle. I want to get so with the brigade. I do want. Hey, let us know what your thoughts are. Let us know your thoughts in the chat on what this means for y'all. But ultimately, I think an excellent pickup, right? Adding to an already deep secondary. Uh, I love it. I love it. Young Hove says, "Go Dogs, Polk to Athens." Yes, sir. With that being said, though, Keon, I want to ask you a question here too.
I'm
Right, Fran
really
Brown.
excited.
um, yeah, I think that. Listen, you just watched your division rival as South Carolina pick up Nicholas Harbor. Honestly, that's a big get for them.
Absolutely.
And then you turn around and you pick up Ellis Robinson IV, right? Listen, that's a big deal. Absolutely a big deal. All right, listen, I'm just gonna let y'all know right now that Keon, you talked about this. The 2024 cycle for Georgia could be special. Could be special, and I'm on board with that because right now, if you're looking at the 24/7 Sports Composite, Georgia sits with 9 commits, or at least is what it's showing. Obviously, number one overall, 10 commits, excuse me. So you got Ellis Robinson, obviously, leading the way, right? You've got five-star tight end Landon Thomas. Peyton Woodyard is another safety. So you're seeing immediately the secondary is getting reloaded. Jalen Hayward, another safety already in this class. Then you got linebacker DeMarcus Riddick, wide receiver Nye Carr, Dwight Phillips Jr., the recent commit as well. Tavani Mazzell, Ryan Puglisi, and Sokovie White. I'm just saying, you talked about this 2024 cycle. I think so far to date, this Ellis Robinson pickup was monumental for the construction of this 24 cycle. What are you most excited about with Ellis coming to Georgia?
Of speed to our defense. Speed, and he's hungry. Yet again, one thing I love about him is when it comes to his hand placement. Not definitely disrupt. You could see when it comes to his eyes being able to read the offensive scheme, being able to be himself overall in a better position to really not only be disruptive, but potentially, get get those turnovers for us. Just like you were saying, it adds a lot.
Yeah, I don't really know. Like, I don't want to keep repeating myself, but when you look at that 2024 class, right? I mean, listen, number 13 overall in the 24/7 composite. I mean, you look at right from a cornerback perspective, right? If you look at that, number one cornerback, right? Number one cornerback. So we look at what we've currently got on roster now, and then you think about it and you pair that with the likes of Ellis Robinson. It's insane to think of how deep this class is, and it's crazy to think too that Kirby Smart, not even a year ago, said that this was about one of the thinnest position or thinnest this position that's been seen in this room. So, I don't know how to make it. Like, what to make of it. I don't know what to make of it. Do you?
Real G's do real things. I think Kirby
I mean,
is really
you're not
trying to
wrong.
look at the different dynamics. He's looking at the dynamics of the squad and really. You did mention it was real thin, but even then, you're seeing him on the trail. You're seeing him go out here and get these guys. Your Ellis Robinson, excited to see the different schemes that we're going to run with him. I think the rest of the SEC needs to be on lookout.
I mean, it's just wild. It's just wild, man. What sticks out to you with his commitment, right? Like, as a player, what sticks out to you the most? What sticks out the most to you from Ellis?
He knew what he wanted. And that's not to take a shot at anybody else that's in this recruiting class. He knew what he wanted. He knew where he wanted to be. He saw what we've done these recent years, these back-to-back natties. He sees what recruits that we've had. He sees how these guys have developed into prime elite players at their position, and even that, and take the league by storm.
I mean, for me, I look at it right like that's just like I'm not saying that his commitment is going to be overlooked by any means, but just think that this could be the best. Like, we talk about the best, right? But the best is yet to come. Like, the fact that you add Ellis into
Right.
this class and then pair that up with the potential for some of these elite names as well. Um, I just don't know what to make of it, right? But with that being said, I think let's kind of look at it, right? Now that you've got him in this class, right? Maybe it's worth looking ahead as to where does Georgia go next? Like, now that you've got him, you've got possibility of landing 3 safeties in this class if you land KJ Bolden, because like I said, you've already got Peyton Woodyard and Jalen Hayward. So now you've got one cornerback, right, with Ellis. Are we expecting? Do you think we go for maybe 2 or at least? I mean, I would assume you go for more, but what are your thoughts on what's next for Georgia in this 24th class?
I think shoring up the DB room entirely. KJ Bolden, I could see that one lock in on our DBs, because some have said in previous recruiting classes that our DB room has been scarce. So I think, and I think now they're really prioritizing our DBs over any and everything else. Moving forward, because Kirby, if there's anything, but I'm excited to see how he does with the rest, as far as the front 4, the front 7, offensive line, big one for me as well. I'm really excited. I'm really happy. moving forward, it's only gonna get better. When you're listening to this, you should be excited because the future is brighter than the spotlight, baby.
Yeah, you can't. To me, I feel like Fran Brown here. Um, Obviously, his priority recruiter, right? His primary recruiter, excuse me. This man is hitting, and now it's not Todd Hartley level yet, but this guy's hitting, and he's really helped bring a pipeline from the Northeast, right? I know he's
Yes,
from
sir.
IMG. He plays his football there, but Fran Brown, helped out with this, right? What do you for Fran Brown? Like you look at what he brought in this cycle, what he's bringing in the 24 already. Like how to me, I feel like he's been a vital part since he came in. Uh, what are your thoughts on Fran Brown?
He's really helping up shore up that pipeline. Uh, from not only him coming from IMG, I mean, you even see the connection we have even with going in and honestly, man, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. More and more talent that you're seeing. This guy is him, and you're seeing Georgia being in the running for those guys. I hats off to Brown. Doing a hell of a
Nah,
job.
yeah. I mean, you look at that right there. So obviously, Georgia picks up the commitment, but the other schools that were fighting for his services, right? You look at Colorado with Coach Prime. You look at Alabama,
Mm-hmm.
LSU, and Miami, rounding out the top five there. Did you did you see any teams that may have posed a legitimate threat for him? Because I know we had talked offline that we had felt confident, right? We had felt confident that he was going to be in this class. But did you have any teams that you were somewhat concerned about?
Say I'm gonna say Deion Sanders. I'm gonna say Deion Sanders. Coach Prime was very interested. You can never rule out Alabama, but for me, mostly it was mostly Coach Prime, the
Yeah,
DB himself in the NFL, playing it at the highest level and being
I was
great
about to say I know
at
that's
it.
kind of a big deal.
Um,
I mean, you look at that situation, right? And I think, you know, we look at the success that Dion has had, right? We look at the success that he's had when with
mm,
Travis Hunter, and you see the success with Cormani McClain. If you're Georgia, you felt confident, but you still had to have a little bit of a concern in the back of your head because you've seen it happen where the best DB in each of the past two cycles go to follow Coach Prime.
hmm
But I don't think you have to worry about that. I feel pretty confident that this man will stick in this class. I mean,
Well, I
what do
think
you?
so.
I
We're
mean,
headed. Absolutely. I think he's definitely going to stay with us.
I mean, I guess we'll keep this quick. Obviously, a lot of people are, just now hearing about this or whatnot. But let's get our final takeaways for you know for Ellis Robinson. If somebody hadn't heard about them, I'm telling you right now, in my opinion, I think you need to go look at this man's tape. He's a sniper. He's a sniper.
Yeah,
It's just gonna leave it there.
absolutely.
But nonetheless, Ellis Robinson
Uh,
the fourth. Go ahead, Keon.
Sniper, just like you said, overall, just ball hawk. He's going to locate that ball and disrupt. Okay, he's going to get in between. We really got one, man. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Go dogs, man.
Dude, I mean, if
Go
you're yeah, I was
dogs.
about to say if you're a dog fan, you got to be excited about this one. Let's see here. Okay. With that being said, man, we're going to wrap this thing up. Keep it short and sweet. Obviously, Ellis Robinson, the fourth five-star cornerback in the 2024 class, has committed to Georgia. Listen, if you know, great day to be a damn Georgia Bulldog is all I'm going to say. But with that being said, Keon, thanks for coming on and on short notice. And I think with that being said, let's have a great day. And it's a great day to be a damn Georgia Bulldog. Have a good one and go dogs.
Go dogs. Appreciate